Hey, everybody. I can't wait to worship with you this weekend. This weekend, we are finishing our series on John's letters with this short book, actually the shortest book in the Bible, 3rd John. It's this weird little letter where we hear John talking to his friend Gaius and talking about how incredibly happy he was to hear the things that Gaius was doing, and then to also talk about a problem that's going on in the church. You know, it's funny. I read the Bible over and over and over again, and I've read this letter many times, but it never ceases to amaze me the things that God does and things that God brings out when we dive into His Word. And this letter is no different. Here, John, he tells us, he teaches us that we have to lay aside our own personal kingdoms, the ways that we want things to be, the desires of the way we want it, the ways that we try to turn our church into like a bunker to keep safe from the rest of the world. He teaches us to lay that aside and to love and jump on board with the mission of God. It's an amazing message. And there's always these little things, and I don't always get to share them in the course of a sermon, so I just wanted to share one of the things with you now. See, John says in verse 3, he says, "I rejoiced greatly when the brothers came and testified to your truth, just as you were walking in the truth." See, first of all, John was super overjoyed when his friend Gaius, when a good report came back of how he was actually responding to the gospel mission. But he says, when they came and testified to your truth. See, John's not talking about like some idea that we have our own truth, like my truth and your truth, all truth is relative. What he's saying is, I was so excited when it became so clear that you were living out the truth, that it had become part of you, that it defined your life and your desires and the things you love, that the truth of Jesus defined those things. I was so excited when I heard those things. I'm excited because that is the sort of thing that God is doing in my heart, and I pray that He's doing that in yours as well. So come ready to worship on Sunday. If you're going to be joining us online because you're not ready to gather to worship, we're so glad that you're going to be joining us. Don't forget that we do have communion that we serve between 12 and 12:15. If you are local, if you have submitted your life to Jesus and you've forsaken your sin, we invite you to join in. And that's just the way that we can include you in a time when you don't feel safe to be in just an enclosed space with other people. But for the rest of you who are going to gather, I can't wait to see you. Ready your hearts because God is transforming our lives. So come ready. Come ready to feast at His Word. Come ready to receive a feast from His hand when we gather around His table and proclaim the gospel to each other. Have a great weekend. Can't wait to see you.